everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Fasten your seatbelts for one of the great divisional rivalries in the NFL. This is the first of two games between these teams this year, and you know it's going to be entertaining. It's the Titans going up against the Colts. So with that, let's get right out to the stadium. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis have the call on this Week 4 matchup.
Larry, from the heartland of America, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Lucas Oil Stadium here in Indianapolis. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. First down throw for Mariota. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Offensive starters, here they are. And Delaney Walker, Charles, it's a guy that you and I said we wanted to discuss a bit.
Yeah, and we should, because remember, he came out of college as a wide receiver, so he's one of the early guys to move from a wide receiver position to tight end and still run routes as if he were a wide receiver. An excellent target.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6. And now a look at the defense for the Colts.
Vontae Davis is one of the strongest cornerbacks in the league. Equally adept at playing the run and the pass.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. They go to Johnson again. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Second down following the run. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. Incomplete to the tight end Walker, right side. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
So completion on second down, that brings up third. Third and short yardage. Mariota. Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. A 3-yard pickup on second and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on third and a little more than a yard. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets a tone for the offense.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run. Luck looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got his man, Hilton. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. And a nice little pass and catch there on the corner route.
Set up very well by the receiver with a head and shoulder fake inside before he comes back downhill to his quarterback.
Luck on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Phillip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. The starting defense for the Titans.
Deion Buchanan was drafted as a safety, but makes many of his plays as a linebacker in their scheme.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put it up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Caught left side by Hilton, and he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. First down and goal, the offense knocking on the door. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long third and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now Luck on third and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jack Doyle, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap, and they exploited it.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They begin the drive with Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And the Titans getting set to go. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Henry Anderson, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Third and long here for Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Out come the Titans now. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. Amaro's got it, left side. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Well, still in search of the first down after that last completion. And on 3rd down, the Colts have added an extra defensive back.
Flooding the passing lanes.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy, and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
Give them 18 on that one. And it'll give the Titans a first down. Now Johnson. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Second down, Mariota. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
third down. Johnson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave them looking at a 4th and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. On first down, it's Locke. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Following the interception here, Mariota. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I guarantee you, it's not very good.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
We got three, fellas. We got 3. Let go. Let it roll.
Here's Luck now on second down. And a reception made by Dante Moncrief. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll fake it. Now Locke. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Mariota now on second down. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in the diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got...
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Vontae Davis. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100-1. And it's not looking good for him here.
They'll come out in the pistol. After the interception, it's Locke. Caught left side by Hilton. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And they're going to speed things up here.
So many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible.
And this is caught at the 20. And he'll take it down deep into Tennessee territory. These coaches told us they wanted to take the top off this defense. They wanted to be able to stretch them downfield. They showed it pretty well there.
And they knew that if they were able to do that, it would open up everything else. But how did they truly get it done? Practice in the previous week, making sure they had a plan, fine-tuned before they put it into effect in the game.
From the red zone now, Locke. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. To throw on second down is Locke. Going to throw deep for the... He's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Vontae Davis. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And some space here. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Big mistake here by the kicker, kicking it out of bounds.
The one that drives coaches crazy. Keep it in the field of play and let your guys cover.
I got 15. I got 15. Me.
On first down, Locke. He's got it to Hilton. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. On second down, here's Luck. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a line.
And Luck will be intercepted for a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. Following the interception here, Mariota. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Amaro's got it, left side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They'll throw again. Mariota underneath for Johnson. Touchdown, Titans. David Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover it? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Eyes on 13. Eyes on 13. Monday.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. And they'll run it here. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Wide open receiver complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now a 1st down throw. Luck finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind from me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Now Mariota going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. A 2nd down throw here for Mariota. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. Fresh set of downs here. First down, Mariota. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Throwing again. Mariota on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Mariota again. And Walker with it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
From the red zone now, Mariota. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
On second down, Mariota again. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And the Colts getting ready to go. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Second and 10, Luck again. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
From the 50, it's Luck. That's caught at the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carroll...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Oh, this is blocked. But he will not be able to bring this one back, in the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. And before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, there's really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So that the defensive guys, there's been a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. A first down throw for Mariota. Trying to lay one up deep. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Vontae Davis. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
One receiver left is Hilton. Here's Luck now on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
3rd and long, it's Luck. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And the Colts coming out now. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Four yards remaining now on second down. Now they'll run it on the toss. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face a 3rd down. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. And he's got Moncrief. A big play that time on the catch and run. 39 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain there down. Now another timeout here called by the Titans. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So 3rd down. They need to get to the 28 for a first. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, That'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This one from 48 yards away. And Bart puts it through. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Mariota on 1st down. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Obviously a tough spot here. They need a lot of luck to win this game, but still a small chance.
They've got to make sure they get the ball to the sidelines, get out of bounds, preserve clock.
Mariota again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They had what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Yeah, just couldn't hang on to the slant. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. They run. It's Johnson. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. Give him 3 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with it. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.